Hello and welcome to Jarvis Flyball box. Today we're going to give you a quick demonstration on how to set the box and the launchers up. So we're going to get right to it. First thing we're going to do is make sure that we have a gap right here of approximately 3/16 of an inch. Now I use a shim, but you can just measure and it's approximate. So it's not really that critical, but it's important that you're not much over 3/16 or under 3/16. So first thing we do. Now, how do you adjust that? Let me show you quickly. You adjust that gap by adjusting these screws right here, or these nuts right here. So you can adjust them in or out to increase that gap, and you'll see my shim sticking through there at the top. So you can adjust them, 1/2 inch wrench, sometimes 7/16, depending on the nut you have. And you can give those a quick adjust in and out, and there's springs in behind there to make sure that you get 3/16 of an inch gap. Okay, so the first thing you do is that. The second thing we're going to do is load our launcher. So I'm going to set that there. You just push the plunger in till you hear the click and go ahead. From there, we're going to do our second adjustment. Our second adjustment, if you're just setting the box up or you want to change the speed at which it gets triggered, or you drop the box, or just wear and tear and you want to do some adjustments. Second thing we're going to do is set the gap between the trigger and the launcher. Now, anywhere between 0 gap and 30 thousandths of an inch would be pretty standard. Most teams, if you're going to run 0 gap, you need to adjust it more often or check it more often. And all we do is loosen these two Allen keys right here and move the aluminum bar up or down depending on the gap that you require. So that's easy enough, and when you're done, check it multiple times. So what I do, I've cocked the launcher, I push the door, I recock the launcher, make sure I have that gap. You can slide a piece of paper up in there between if that's your preference, and just be able to drag that out and set your gap. Okay, so there's the launcher and the door adjusted. Let's move up to the stop and spring. Okay, so the next adjustment that we can do is the actual spring tension on the launcher, and that would be this collar right here. The more you tension that spring, the more or the faster the launcher it goes out. There's a catch between the sensitivity of the door and the spring pressure, but you can do that. This collar back here, this sets the depth of the plunger out the front of your box. Please don't adjust that unless required. Okay, thank you for watching, and visit us at jarvisflyballbox.ca. Thank you. Have a good one.